The next speaker is Ms. Momoka Nakao. Please come to the stage.
The title is What Can We Do for Refugees? Ms. Nakao, please.
Last year, I went to Canada to study abroad. I met many amazing people, but the person who left the biggest impression on me was a girl called Naya. She was from Syria. She escaped from Syria with her family because it was dangerous there. She was a clever and cheerful girl, always smiling. But I can't forget the face she had when she heard the news that her friends had been killed by the war. My heart sank, and I felt sad that I couldn't do anything for her. Meeting Naya made me think about the refugee problem. In the world, 66 million people are called refugees. They became refugees because of many problems, such as war, politics, the environment, and the economy. Most of these refugees are from the Middle East, such as Afghanistan and Syria. Do you know how refugees escape from the country? I read an article about a man who escaped from Syria to Germany, and it shocked me. He had to go through Lebanon, Libya, Algeria, and Italy before finally arriving in Germany. During his journey, he was in peril of losing his life many times. He was attacked by the mafia, and the boat which he rode on had sunk. He was lucky to survive. And yet, even though he has a house and access to good medical care, he still doesn't feel happy. Why isn't he happy? What do refugees want? More money? Clothes? Food? Yes, these are important. But I think the one thing that they want the most is for their hometowns to become peaceful again. The man said that he is really thankful to Germany, but he would go back to Syria if he could. He doesn't like to be called a refugee and be looked upon with pitiful eyes. Then, what can we do? From reading this article, I felt concerned about Japanese government action. Japan has declared that it will support refugees by giving $28 billion for 3 years from 2016. Also, Japan has made an irrigation waterway in Lebanon and organized job training for Syrian refugees. However, even though they are useful, those actions can also be carried out by citizens or aid groups. I think there are other things that only the government can do. For example, mediating the wars by cooperating with other countries, or preparing the system to accept refugees. These actions are more effective. Then, what can we do? First, we need to know more about refugees. If you see a news or article about the refugee, pay a little more attention to it. If you have some time, search about it on the internet. There is a lot of information online. Then, as general citizens, we can donate money, clothes, and food. I think this can lighten the burden imposed on the government and allow them to think about other remedies. I am planning to donate money to Kokuren UNHCR which is a group helping refugees. So today, I have been talking about the refugee, and I hope that you know about it a little more than before. Finally, I want you to imagine, if you became a refugee, how would you want to be treated? It is important to put yourself in others' shoes for every problem. And by doing so, it may lead to a solution. Thank you.